to the read alouds. Today is day 52, I believe. And we're gonna do our read alouds. So basically, I missed I missed one yesterday, and I only had two to do, like yesterday's missed read aloud and today's read aloud. So, daily news. If you guys read the description yesterday, it said that if the audio was choppy, it was because I'm not feeling good that day. I had a little cold. It is gone now. Oh. So I'm way better. So the audio is going to be the best. Well, I'm not going to promise anything, but the audio, the sickness and stuff is gone. So that's some personal news. Mayhem and Family Fun news. We're doing a giveaway. Link in the description. For my channel, we need one more subscriber. And we get to 50 subscribers. And then I'm making my Fortnite channel. So how the Fortnite channel is going to work, you know, you may be asking, how are we going to know when the channel's posted? Well, good news to you. That's your answer. The answer is I'm going to tell you when it's posted and stuff, okay? So, just let you know that, guys. Okay. So we have 4 that's the news for today. But 4 read alouds we have to do. Well, if you watched day 51 of the read alouds, we missed Dive Away Kid was really, really, really long. And we couldn't do our nursery collection or a Pokemon. So we're gonna do those first. So last time we read, we didn't read anything because we didn't have enough time. But last time we read about Frog went a-courting, so you guys can go check that out. But today we're gonna be reading about Midnight Fun. Just as midnight's striking, when everyone's asleep, teddy bears stretch and yawn and out of their warm beds creep. They sneak out of their houses and gather in the dark, then skip along the empty streets heading for the park. So, there's all the teddy bears and stuff looking at the park. If you're wondering why I'm going like this, I'm making sure you guys can see the pictures. And there, beneath the moonlight, they tumble down the slides. They swoosh up high among the swings and play all on the rides. And when the sun comes peeping, they rush home and run upstairs and snuggle down as children wait to cuddle with their bears. So, do you guys believe this? Like, do you think that, like, if you have a teddy bear, it awakes in the middle of the night and does whatever it pleases? I think so, too. The next story we're going to read, since it's about nighttime stuff, we're going to be reading about it. So, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. I'll read it. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. So I know it's not the full song of Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, but yeah, basically that's it. So tomorrow we're going to be reading about Ride a Clock Horse. So that sounds pretty good. So that was the nursery collection for today. I'm so sorry, the nursery collection, we didn't get to read you yesterday. So I hope this cheered you up. Okay. Next we're going to read our Pokemon collection because we didn't get to read that. So last time we didn't read about anything because we didn't have enough time to read it. But what last time we read about Charmander, how Charmander grows, and how Bulbasaur. So you guys can go check that out. Now we read about Squirtle, tiny turtle Pokemon, type water, with its agronomic shape and grooved surface. Squirtle's shell helps it cut through the water very quickly. It also offers protection in the battle. Alright, now we're going to learn how to say it. Squirtle. I know I'm not saying it right, so. Immortal weight, height, 1 0.08. Metric weight 0.5 meters. Inertial weight 19.8 limbs. And metric weight 9.0 kilograms. Plus moves: tackle, tail whip, water gun, withdraw, bubble, bite, rapid spin, protect, water pulse, aqua, tail, skull bash, iron defense, rain dance, hydro pump, and hydro pump. So Squirtle, this is his first upgrade. This is the little Squirtle. This is his first upgrade. So we have this next cool Pokemon. Wartortle. We're going to call him Wartortle. The fur on Wartortle's tail, darkness with age. Its shell bears the scratches of many battles. So how to pronounce it? Wartortle. Immortal height 303. Metric height 1.0 meters. Immortal weight 49.6 limbs. Metric weight 22.5 kilograms. Pulse moves: tackle, tail whip, water gun, withdraw, bubble, bite, rapid spin, protect, water pulse, aqua, tail, skull bash, iron defense, rain dance, and hydro pump. So now that's the second upgrade. Now we're going to read about the last one. Blastoise. But he's a big Pokemon. He's on the side right here. From the spouts on its shell, Blastoise can fire water bullets with amazing accuracy. It can hit a target more than 160 feet away. How to say it? Blastoise. Inertial height 503. Metric height 1.6 meters. Inertial weight 188.5 limbs. Metric weight 85.5 kilograms. Possible moves: flash cannon, tackle, tail whip, water gun, withdraw, bubble bite, rapid spin, protect, water pulse, aqua tail, skull bash, iron defense, rain dance, and hydro pump. So that was all the upgrades and all about it. So this is the first upgrade, second upgrade, and third upgrade. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Pokemon. Tomorrow we're going to read about Caterpie. I like Caterpie. He's so cute. So that was the Pokemon Classic Handbook for today. We didn't get to read those two, so that's why we started with them. Now we're going to read our Diver Wimpy Kid Old School. So last time we read, it was super long. Like, you have no idea. It was super duper long. So last time we read about the community cleanup and how that went and all the Girl Scouts and stuff. And about some trouble and one of Roderick's old friend came back. So I can go check that out. Today's October in the world. Happy 1st October, everybody. And I think they match up with letters. Today's Friday, the 1st. So, wait, is that right? Yeah, Friday, October 1st. Hooray! October, Friday. If that was on my case before, he's 100 times worse now. After the town park incident last weekend, it's pretty obvious he thinks I can't be trusted. And whenever he's home, he likes to have me and Grandpa in the same room so he can keep an eye on both of us. So Dad's really mad about the incident. But how is Grandpa going to hear that? Is it on the news or something? I wish I never knew about the webcam, though. That's got me really paranoid. There could be multiple cameras in the house. I'm pretty sure there's one on Manny's stuffed duck because its eyes seem to follow me. If there's not a camera in there, then I've been making a pretty big fool of myself the past few days. So his sign says, "I know you're watching me." Luckily, Mom took Dad to the airport to go on a business trip this morning, and I just know he can't monitor me the whole time he's away. Still, I've been extra careful not to screw up, just in case he's got one of those webcams recording to a hard drive somewhere. This morning when I was brushing my teeth, I made sure to put the toothpaste cap back on the tube the way Dad always tells me. But my fingers were slippery and I dropped the cap in the sink. It bounced around a few times and it went right down the drain. Oh no. It's not that bad. Just blame on one of your siblings. I don't know. I knew that the second Dad got home from his trip, he would go upstairs bathroom to make sure the cap was back on the toothpaste, so I had to get it back. The first thing I did was try to fish the cap out of the drain with a cotton swab, but all I managed to pull up was a bunch of hair and other gunk. Disgusting. And now that I know what's in people's sinks, I guarantee you I'll never be a pummler. Yeah. I figured I'd probably push the toothpaste cap even farther down the drain with that cotton swab, so I opened the cabinet under the sink to see if I could figure out where it ended up. So under your sink, there's these drains. So I knew Dad had a bunch of do-it-yourself books on plumbing in the basement, and I figured there'd be some step-by-step instructions to show exactly how to fix this sort of thing. I couldn't make heads or tails of the diagrams in the book, so I took my best shot at it. There's a plastic tube under the sink, and I figured the toothpaste cap must be somewhere inside. So I loosened the nut that held the tube to the metal pipe, and the tube came out pretty easily. I guess I was supposed to turn off a valve or something, because the next thing I knew, water was spraying all over the place. Ah! You're getting water everywhere. It took me a minute to figure out how to shut off the valve, and by the time I did, there was a huge puddle on the floor. Dry it up before it sinks through the floor! Here, hold on, let me fix the camera. There we go. I soaked as much water as I could with the towels that were in the bathroom, that I ran downstairs to get some more out of the laundry room. But when I got down to the kitchen, I realized I had a bigger problem. Oh, see, that's why it sunk through the roof. I told Grandpa where the water was coming from, but he didn't seem too concerned. He said the only real damage would be a water stain on the kitchen ceiling. I'm glad Grandpa thought it was no big deal, but I'm pretty sure Dad would see the situation differently. I begged Grandpa to help me out with this mess. He told me he would. Grandpa said there's a special kind of paint that covers up water stains, and he'd take me to the hardware store to get it. That sounded great. He grabbed Dad's key and we got in the car. But when we backed out of the driveway, Grandpa clipped the trash can. Oh no, he bumped into a trash can. No big deal. I wasn't too concerned, but when we hit a neighbor's mailbox, I started to get worried. I realized I couldn't remember the last time I was in a car with Grandpa at the wheel, and all of a sudden it hit me. Last year, Grandpa failed his driver's test, so they took away his license. He hasn't been allowed to drive since. I was really nervous, so I told Grandpa maybe we should go back home, but now he was on the open road. There was no turning back. Yeah! That's not good. But by the time we got out of our neighborhood, he seemed to get the hang of it, but I was still pretty worried when we got on the ramp for the highway. Luckily, there weren't a lot of people driving at that time of day, and the hardware store was only a few miles away. The weird thing was, all the signs along the side of the road were facing the wrong way, which was really confusing. Oh no, he went down the wrong way. Woo! When I saw two cars coming towards us, I realized that somehow Grandpa had taken the exit ramp instead of the entrance ramp, which we were heading in the wrong direction. So there are cars right here. Oh no! Grandpa slammed on the brakes, and the car did a 180 before coming to a stop in the breakdown lane. It's a miracle we didn't get a hit, and our near-death experience was really shock to both of us. Oh, no! See, that's why you have to ask if they can drive before you get in. It's whenever I talk, my nose gets all stuffy and stuff. Whew. Suddenly, a water stain on the kitchen ceiling didn't seem like such a big deal anymore. Me and Grandpa agreed we should just go back home and call it a day. At least now we were heading in the right direction, but when Grandpa pulled the car and drive, it rolled a few feet, then conked out. It's because whenever you stamp on your brakes like that, it damages the car. You're not supposed to slam on your brakes that much. Like, you can't be doing that every second, because that would break the car. That's what my mom told me. At first, I thought something must have happened to the car when Grandpa slammed on the brakes. When I looked at the dashboard, I realized we were out of gas. That's not good. So I don't think you guys know this, but my mom literally taught me this yesterday. So this E stands for empty, and F stands for full. So just let you guys know that. Roger used the car last night when he went to work, and of course he didn't refill it. Grandpa saw a sign ahead that said there was a service station a mile up the road, and he told me he was going to walk there and bring back a gas can so we could get home. I wanted to go with him, but he said I should stay by the car so it doesn't get towed by the highway department. I didn't feel great about the whole idea, but I figured it was the only choice I had. Grandpa headed off on foot, and I waited for what it must have been an hour. I was starting to get a little worried. Then I looked up at the rearview mirror and saw something in the distance. A group of people were walking towards the car along the side of the road. At first, I was excited because I thought they might be able to help, but when I saw their orange jumpsuits, I froze. It was a community service game, and they were coming our way. If you guys remember, these are the community service, some of them, and not good. When they got closer, I saw that one of them was the guy Billy. So that it used to be Roger's friend. So if you guys don't remember that, I thought about making a run for it, but I didn't want to take my chances out in the open. The only other thing I could think of was to lock the doors and hide. There aren't a lot of good hiding spaces in a car, though, so the best I could do was get down underneath the dashboard and stay really still. Careful we don't click those pedals, well, the car's not going to go anywhere since there's no gas, but still. Then I held my breath and prayed. It took forever for those guys to get to the car, and when they finally did it, they decided it was a good place to take their lunch break. So this is Billy right here, the guy from last read. Eventually, the community service finished eating and moved along, but they left a huge mess, which just goes to show they weren't taking their highway cleanup duties too serious. So there's a community gang, which they're supposed to clean, and they make a mess. Like, what the heck? Once I was sure they were gone, I got back up. Both of my legs had fallen asleep from being in such an awkward position for that long, so I grabbed the handle on the center console and pulled myself up. That's good, but the car doesn't have any gas. It won't go anywhere, right? But the handle moved, and when it did, so did the car. But it's out of gas, though. I accidentally shifted the car into neutral, and it started to roll forward. But how? It doesn't have any gas. Well, I guess it's rolling, so. The car was picking up speed, so I stepped on the brake, but it locked up. And the car just kept going. I was afraid I was going to roll out into traffic and get hit. And I saw Grandpa walking towards me in the breakdown lane, and I panicked. Help him! Unlock the car and just jump out. I jerked the steering wheel to the left, and it just barely missed Grandpa. The problem was the car rolled into a ditch. And that's where it stayed until Mom came 2 hours later with the towing company. At least he's okay. Just be grateful that Gregory's okay. If I had to do it all over again, I would have just left that toothpaste cap in the drain. So that was our old school read aloud. That was intense. Luckily he's okay. Like, I would have been panicking. I would have been screaming, banging on the window. Oh, there goes our bookmark. So our last read aloud for the day is our technology's impact on society. I don't know. Okay, so last time we read about our beautiful story about Skyscraper by Carl Sandburg. I can go check that out. Now we're just going to read a really short story called An Adventure to Remember. It's really short, so let's get reading. Last summer, I visited my uncle who lives in New York City. Uncle Harry had always been very literary. So when he left Ohio and moved to New York, it wasn't unexpected. Now he works as an editor for a major publishing company. I respect him a lot. It took me to the main observation deck of the Empire State Building, the world's tallest skyscraper. I'm looking forward to see this incredible structure since it's for 4 years. We rode the elevator up to the 86th floor. That would have been 150. We rode the elevator up to the 86th floor. That would have been 1,576. So if they didn't take the elevator, they would have to walk up 1,576 steps. Mentally, it took less than a minute. But Uncle Harry used to entertain himself with interesting information about the building's construction. He said it was about 3,400 men worked on the building, and it was finished in just 1 year and 45 days. The very last rivet was made out of gold. Soon we were on the main deck, 1,050 feet below the city streets, peering through the high-powered telescopes at the spectacular view. Uncle Harry was instructing me about specific landmarks. We were so engrossed that we didn't even notice it was getting dark, and we were alone. When we went to the elevator and pressed the down button, nothing happened. The elevator wasn't running because the deck was closed. I panicked, but my uncle remained calm, assuring me that someone would eventually find us. However, he suspected we might have to spend the night. It will be next door to our adventure, he said. We watched the lights come on all over the city, and I even managed to doze. So if you don't know what that doze means, it means like he went to sleep. At dawn, when the cleaning crew got off the elevator, when they were surprised to see us, I'll always remember that adventure in the summer of 1935.